Hey, I haven't done a video in a really long time, and this is me just enjoying my coffee and just getting up. I've been really struggling, and I'm not too proud to say that, we really try. I had a really good talk with my friend today, and I just feel inspired to share some of the things that we talked about. As I, let the chickens out and stuff in my robe. There's a lot of things that women do that aren't necessarily the most feminine things to do. And my friend pointed it out to me that, when we do these things, it seems more masculine. It's a take charge kind of perspective, and it's a lot of heavy lifting. And I'm not saying that women aren't capable of doing these things. We are. And look at my room. Hey guy, how you doing? Hi. Anyways, I just wanted to say that in society, we have really kind of masculating ourselves. Is that a word? I feel dumb saying that word, but we have then started crying and saying, I need help. And we do these things to prove ourselves and to say like, wow, like we're doing so good. We can do all this hard work and we can be independent women and we can do all of the things. And then we realize like, wait, I do want to be taken care of. I do want to maybe be at home with my kids, and not be ashamed of that. Hello, boys. Hello. There they go. All out for their day. And then, you know what? Sometimes we just get the instructions from the world that says, that we shouldn't really, it's called trad wife now. It's just it's a trad wife, it's like it's a stage of life that people are just going through just to be kind of like that 50s wife who's taken care of, like the weaker vessel. But in reality, God made us perfect. And we don't need to go on a whole bunch of different books. We just need to go on the Bible. Okay, and this is where I get a little bit heavy. But George, what's his name? Chapman. Oh my goodness, I forget his name. But anyways, the Chapman book on love and all of the ones that we read, they're great. They're wonderful books. But when you go to the Bible, this is our creator. This is who made us. He made us perfect. And we need to understand that like, this isn't just some man who says this is the best way to try to do life. This is God, our creator, who made us. And he knows how we're designed. He knows what we need. He knows how we work best. And women are the weaker vessel. And and that's not a negative. We are we're women. We're to be, taken care of and take care of the home and be the nurturers. And somewhere along the line, I got it in my head, as me and my friend were discussing, that we both did. We got off on the fact of like, the world says, oh, men really, really desire a strong, independent woman who does all of the things and all the masculine things and, doesn't ask for help. And yeah. Okay. So yeah, we are fed the lie that that's what men want. And we can see that there's a lot of men out there that want that. And they're attracted to that because who wouldn't be? Like this woman who can just run businesses and do all the heavy lifting and do all the things and have all the ideas and just, he can just follow. I mean, men would be attracted to that because it's kind of a world that's kind of backwards right now. And where I'm at is reversing that. And it's been a struggle, you guys. I have taken some time off of posting. And as you can tell, I'm not prepared right now. I am literally just woke up, no makeup. This is me. Those are my other roosters. So I'm just sitting here at my little cabin. And I just wanted to share this with you guys, that if you're a woman who's struggling, I haven't heard one woman ever in my whole entire life say, well, I lie. There has been a few women that have said, I'm a better mom when I'm working, which makes no sense to me other than just go have a break, like go get a hobby, go be with friends. But anyways, that's a side point. I haven't heard many women say that they just love working full time, being away from their kids, dropping them off at daycare, and not having that home feeling and not being able to catch a breath or make a good meal or host. They have no energy. You know, most people that I hear, they didn't have energy to go to church on Sundays. And that was me for years. I was so peopled out by the time Sunday morning came that I needed my Sabbath at home. And I just want to encourage women and men to really look at what the scripture says, to really look what God says about our roles, because guess what? He created us. Whether you want to, like, I don't know your doctrine. Honestly, this isn't about doctrine. This is just about like who created us. And he gave us a manual. And that's the manual that he wants us to live by because it's the best for us. And right now, I'm really struggling with that release and that like giving up the control and allowing my husband to, not necessarily make all the decisions because that's not what it means, but like to be a partner with him instead of just taking control. So I'm getting a little emotional right now, but I want other women to know that you don't have to be all of the masculine and all of this rock star boss mom, boss lady, whatever you want to call it. And you can literally take care of your home, raise your children, make good meals, take care of your husband, have the energy at the end of the day to have those discussions with your kids and, interact with them and not rush around to sports and throw them in everything and just run with the world. It's okay. It's okay. Why do so many people love the fact that they did isolation with COVID? Because everyone was equalized. No one was competing with their kids on ball teams and sports and all these things all over the place after school. Like it was time with the family. People got to spend so much time with their family and get to know them and reunite and really fall back in love with what the family unit was. And I think that's what really happened to me during COVID. And I've been hearing the Lord speak to me so much about, you don't need to kill it at everything, Jessica. You don't need to have to do everything. And I have been doing this for so many years that I look at my life and I look at all of the things that have fallen apart because I wasn't abiding by God's best for my life. And anyways, so if there was any women out there that needed to hear this right now, that it's okay. And it's actually the best place to be in is with your family and in your home and being busy in your home and doing the things with your kids and your family without the distractions. If that means you have to give up, the 3-car garage and the big house and the boat and all the things to be with family and to create those legacies and stuff, you don't need those things in order to have the memories. Your kids much rather, like I remember being on the farm and building forts and, my mom always there. If she wasn't there after school, we were calling, finding out, where are you? Because she was always there. She always had supper on time. We always had the table set. We fought all the time. We were like we were always fighting. About something. There was always something. There were 6 kids. But we always had this routine that we knew mom was always there. And we knew that we were safe and we knew that we weren't being rushed around. We always had enough sleep. We always had enough food. We, even though we were really poor, we didn't have a lot. We didn't, and it was a harder life, but we knew the family unit and we did that through huge dysfunction. So I'm going to tell you something. We may have some issues and there may be some, of course we come from huge dysfunction. Okay. And I come from a childhood of sexual abuse before I was 9 years old, and everything changed when we moved out to the farm. And, things just really started solidifying as my mom was really everybody was trying really hard to just become a unit again. And looking into that, like the world was actually stacked up against us. And my mom committing to not leaving the house and not getting a career and not going off really, really impacted all of us, whether we want to believe it or not. Even if she was like super tired because she was like with the kids and, the money issues and stuff, put that all aside. She still knew her place and she still was doing what she knew best to raise her kids. And I think that that's admirable. And there was times where I said, well, why didn't my mom work? And like, we could have more. And that's a natural kid thing, right? But looking at how the world is going right now, we need to take a real hard look at what we're doing. And we need to take a really hard look at our children. And we need to really understand that our kids are really confused and our families are being separated. And there is so much animosity and competitiveness and anger in this world. And it starts at home. So anyways, I am on this journey and I just wanted to share that as I'm sitting here enjoying all the weeds. I'm going to show you my weeds. Yeah, that's a lot of weeds. And there's some wildflowers and stuff, and there's my chickens over there. Anyways, I hope that this wasn't too invasive, and I hope that you understand where my heart is right now, just trying to reach out to people who are going through this. But this is the reason why I haven't been really on social media trying to show all the things that I'm doing and try to glamorize it, because there isn't really much glamour behind the scenes when you watch everybody else kind of fall apart. So I just want to encourage everybody who's listening to this to have those deep discussions, open up the scripture, look at what a Proverbs 31 woman is, look what a Titus 2 woman is, and really just try to see God's design for you as a wife and as a mother and as a woman, and not succumb to what the world says. So anyways, if you made it this far, thank you for listening, and I hope it encourages you somehow.